Hello everybody. Welcome to Analyze Our Games Part 35. I have played this game some 3 hours ago. It is a tournament in Recife online, lichess.org. It's a very nice, it's a blitz game, 5 minutes plus 5 seconds increment. I've been playing the Petrov lately, so my opponent played e4, I played e5. Oh, knight f3, knight f6, so the Petrov. But my opponent transposed to the 4 knights, and knight c6, knight, so d4, I took. My opponent took, I played bishop c5, my opponent defended his knight, I played bishop b4. My opponent made the first kind of mistake here, queen e2. Probably it's better to play bishop d3. Yes, it's an ugly move, but I think it's the best according to the engine. So a5, a4, d5, and castles, and the position is equal. Then after my opponent played queen e2, I castled, bishop g5, h6, h4. Oh, my opponent's a courageous guy. There are some variations on this line. Fischer played this, I think, in the Ruy Lopez. It's very dangerous, yeah, because I can't take, because I get mated, so I didn't want to risk. I didn't take it. But the computer suggests bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, queen e3, rook e8 as a better alternative, castles long, and then I would take on b3, and that's the position. Yeah, black's a little bit better here probably, but then after h4, I played here. I was attacking my opponent's pawn here. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at some variations after taking on g5. So bishop takes. No, h takes. Bishop takes on c3. Check. Then b takes c3, d5. Of course, it's not correct to take here, because white is not stupid. They're not gonna take on e4, because then it's black wins, yeah, because of this pinning. So instead of taking here, of course, white would play this, and I don't know how to escape this, because it's there's no way. Yeah, after f5, then g6, and goodbye. White wins. Yeah. So don't take this pawn. Please don't take this pawn. Okay, let's go back to the, what is it, d5. Yeah, I think d5. Yeah, there are some crazy variations here. Then take on f6, then queen takes, and then here. Is it possible to escape? Check there on c3, king d1, f5. Check here. Oh, it's almost made. Then king f7, queen h5 check, king e7, queen h4 check, and queen f6. And then the computer says it's a draw, but you know, it's not easy to play these positions, especially in time constraint. You don't have much time. So okay, then my opponent castled. I took on c3, and it's considered a mistake to take on two castles long. Better is to take on f6. Then queen takes, and here queen f3. Then I take on with check, It's better to take with a pawn, because if my opponent takes with the queen, let's see. Yeah, then I double here and I win this pawn. So it's not a good idea. Then we'll take, and here, just to avoid the exchange of rooks, of queens, and then the king moves, and then I could even take on e4, no problem. Yeah, take takes. Black is better here. Why? One pawn, one extra pawn, double pawns here. Yeah, white has double pawns. Probably winning. Okay, but yeah, this didn't happen because my opponent castled long. I took on c3, of course, to spoil the pawns. My opponent took, and here I played a very bad move. It's d6, it's not good. But yeah, I was thinking about development. Now it's time to take on g5, because then my opponent takes, I take on e4, and in case my opponent comes to h5 to checkmate me, I would have this check. Oh, that's beautiful, eh? Then takes here, takes, and black wins. There's a big compensation here. How many pawns? 5 against 6. Good compensation. Black wins. This 6 is a mistake. Knight d4 is a mistake. It's a comedy of errors. A lot of mistakes here. Betzers. So okay, so knight d4, it's a mistake. It's better to take on f6 and queen takes. And probably the king will have to defend this. Or here. Okay. Knight. Then again, it would be okay to take on g5, because takes here. Oops. Then here there's a check here, intermezzo. Check in case of f4. Yeah, I can take on g6, and black is okay. Black is really okay. I'm threatening to play my bishop here. Many things. White can spoil my pawns here, no problem. This pawn comes to the center, and then I'm gonna have this column here, so no problem. Okay, but I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to win the game. I think that was the case here. And then again, my opponent played this because he was afraid, and he was afraid of leaving the bishop here, and he didn't want to take on f6, so he played bishop e3, and it's a mistake. Better is to take on f6 and life continues. But okay, after bishop e3, then I took on e4. Yeah, I was threatening to take this pawn here. See, the double pawns are always fragile, so they are weak. Okay, then my opponent played this, queen e1, defending the pawn. The computer suggests this, but this is not good, because I would take with a check, and then exchange everything, and black is much better here. How many pawns? 6, 7. 2 pawns. Yeah, it's a big advantage, so it's not good. So after queen e1, it would much better to play knight g4. Yeah, to double here, and to also attack this. But then I cowardly came back to f6, f3. Now it seems that white is getting things together. Things are getting calmer. Okay, then c6. Okay, I wanted to go to the other side of the board to attack my opponent's king. G4 is a mistake. What is best here? Queen G3, but then I could have played this. Then the queen has to go somewhere, and black's okay. But G4 is a mistake. I played C5 to win this pawn here on F3. Maybe it's better to attack my opponent's king. King B2, knight takes. There's some crazy variants here. See, because this knight is pinned because of this. I would win more 2 pawns. 1, 4, 3 pawns advantage. Yeah, but I played this. I don't know the time. Where's the time? Yeah, one thing I remember is that we were running short on time. Then my opponent played this. Yeah, I knew that it would be a problem, this d6 pawn. Then I took there on f3. My opponent took here. I took with the bishop. My opponent took on d6. Yeah, there are some crazy ideas here about taking with the knight, and it's probably better to sacrifice the exchange. But yeah, black is so good here that I could have played almost anything. Okay, d6, then queen a5, so I want to attack my opponent's king, give him checkmate, finish the game as quickly as possible and go home. So bishop c4, this is a mistake. After the game, in some moments of the game, I was thinking about knight e4, but oh man, I couldn't see this at this moment. Now it would be crushing. See, a double here. I would attack the queen, I would attack the rook. It would be an easy win, but I didn't see. I was crazily thinking about a6. So a6, bishop took here. Courageous. There are some crazy, yeah, because white's position is very difficult here already. The computer suggests taking on f6. Then g takes on f6. Queen g3 to try to take advantage of this pin. But then h5. Black is okay. So bishop takes on c5. Again. Why didn't I see this? Knight here. And it's a double. Okay. Then I took here. 8 seconds. It took me 8 seconds. I don't know. It seems that the when we play online, there's a delay on the server. That's why we sometimes lose on time, because there's a delay. Bishop b4, attacking my queen. I came back to try to exchange the pieces, and it would be winning here. Black's much better, but my opponent played this. Bishop c5. Take would be, I think, easier. Well, here bishop would takes. Yeah, I don't know. There's some things about here, and then there's check here, and I would win this rook. Yeah, black is better. Yeah, after this, 2 rooks, and I would have, yeah, 3, 4 pieces. Yeah, probably winning, or kind of difficult to win this in the game. Okay, rook b8, and then again the computer suggests this taking on f6. Crazy. And then take on c4. Crazy positions, crazy things. So queen g2, h5, yeah, defending the bishop. I think it's possible to take here. Why is there a mate threat here? Yeah. So king b2 and then h5. Okay, that doesn't change much. Okay, I played h5, bishop. Okay, that's a sensible move, yeah, because and this guy was the responsible for the victory, almost victory. So takes. Then there's some crazy positions here, sacrificing the exchange, and then here is black winning here. Yeah, probably yes, because of attack. Yeah. So my threat is to take here a check and exchange the rooks, and then go for a winning endgame. Okay, bishop d3, and then I took on a2. My opponent defended. What did he defend? Yeah, man, he saw something. Very, very good. This was a check, but it was not a good check. Much better would have been to play queen e5, and then yeah, the computer suggests this because it's there's a threat here. I thought here. I thought here. I had to take here to give checkmate here. Many things, or even check here. Why not? Check on f4, much better. Then b1, and then this rook goes to the other side of the. Boy, this is gonna be made. No question about it. Rook a1 check. King b2. I took there. My opponent took, of course. Then here, check. Oh, imagine if it was a check. My opponent said, computer suggests this. Okay, white would probably take here. Yeah. Okay, but no, I didn't play this. I played this. 11 seconds it took me. g2, queen g2. And there's a mate here. So take a look. Yeah, to infiltrate the queen here. Mate threat. Okay, yeah, but I didn't see this, but it was a good, also a good move here. Queen a8. Yeah, the threat is to give mate here. Probably, yes. So my opponent played this, very nice, and he played it very fast. I remember. I played this. It's a good move. Yeah, because now I threaten to take. Then he has to take with a check. King b1, and here I took with this. But this is not good. Much better is to take here. Take a look, man. Very nice, a double threat. I threaten to take on b6 and also checkmate here. Then he would play this. I would take with the pawn, bishop, sacrifices, take, sacrifice everything to avoid mate. And here, and boom, checkmate. See, but no, I took here. Now I don't remember. I had, I think, 30 seconds this. We were playing very, very fast. My opponent took here. The check. King c1. How can I finish my opponent off? I came back. I wanted to checkmate here, but the computer suggests this. It's crazy. White takes here. See? crazy things. Then king goes back, check here, king c1, and then I would win the rook and the game and everything. Yeah, much better. So yeah, this was a mistake to go back. Yeah. Never go back, man. Never go back. Then rook takes. Is there a winning position here? I checked here, but the computer suggests this because after rook b1, then I can check again, and now the rook is pinned. Then this. What's the threat? There's something here. Yeah, probably here. Knight c3 and then checkmate here. Okay, fair enough. So after this check, king b1, queen d6 is good. Yeah, to avoid this check here, because take a look at this pawn, this bishop. Yeah, then I played here. Horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. And then check. What do I have to do? I have to sacrifice my queen. It was horrible. I almost resigned here, but I don't know how. Yeah, and this is something that chess teaches us. You have to continue, man. You have to continue. Yeah, never give up. My opponent took, of course. Then I took with the king. Queen. Now the queen is activated. Here comes the monster. The queen is a very powerful girl. This game is lost from here on, but I saved it miraculously. I don't know how. Check is a mistake, of course. Better is to go back to f6, and then queen comes and decides, because there's a threat here. Checkmate. It's not checkmate, but almost check. I can't move this pawn because this knight's on pre. And then I played here. After, oops, this, my opponent played king a1. He was afraid of the knights. The knights are horrible monsters, because if you make a mistake, you double and you get you win the piece. Check here, and then my knight came back. My opponent threatens checkmate here. f6 is the only guy. Check, and then king f7, bishop check. That's the only thing. Check, check. I took with the king, and then it's a mistake here. Crazy, eh? Here's a much better move. And then after this, for example, there's this double, and one of my knights would die, and we did the game. But yeah, thanks God, my opponent played queen d3, and it's a mistake. Probably now it's gonna be a draw from now on. Well played. Then I came back with my knights to make them coordinate. Check here. No, white is still better here. White's still better here. But then after king f5, and then c4, this is a mistake. Crazy, yeah? This is a much better move. This check. There's this one. Check again. Then I would take on h4 and takes here. And then knight 7 c6, and then check with would take this pawn and check. And now my knights are coordinated, but the problem is that this pawn is a problem. I think to win this, white would have to come to the board with his king, yeah, and sacrifice the queen for the knights. I don't know. It's difficult. It's a complicated situation. And also, white has to be careful because of the doubles, yeah. Two knights are two monsters. They double very easily. But yeah, the computer says that after c4 there's a mistake and black is drawn or close to it. Then knight 7 c6. Now my knights are protected. One is protecting each other. Yeah, and I have these pawns because they can go ahead. So check. Maybe better is to take here to check on h3 and then here. I don't know if it's winning. Yeah, white's probably better here, still better. But I don't know if it's easy to draw or win. Okay, after c4, knight 7 c6, queen c2 check. Now I'm gonna attack his pawn, check here. I took on h4, my opponent took on g7. I defended my pawn, my knights are well protected. Check here. I don't know, yeah, the computer suggests white is a little bit better, but I don't think it's winning. King g4, c5, doesn't change much. Now my pawn goes ahead, check. King f3, queen h6, attack my pawn, I defended my pawn. Queen g5 check. Here he took. My pawns are falling apart. Now I have just one pawn. h3, queen h5. Oh, is it better here? Check. King h4, queen e2. The knights are protected. e1 check, queen e1 check. Now, yeah, probably a draw here. My pawn can go, but not too much. Then queen g, king. That's interesting. The king is crazy, a suicidal guy. And here, yeah, I don't know. Is it winning? I think. Is it possible to win this? Check. Defense. This pawn goes ahead. I promoted. He sacrificed the queen. Man. This position. Is it possible to win? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it's very dangerous for black, of course, because the queen is a powerful piece, but two knights, if they are defended, if they defend each other, there's nothing white can do. I think it's a draw here. It's okay. After queen h5, my pawn goes ahead. My opponent played the king to b2. Now my pawns, my knights are protected. Here, c6. I took on c6 because if he moves his queen, I promote. And take a look, we played very, very fast, yeah, like 2 seconds, 1 second. Knights, queen c3, king c3, knight e5. See that the king is afraid of the checks. King g2. Here's the mistake, man. Take a look. My opponent played queen f5, and I was like about to lose on time, but I didn't see this. See, this would be winning. And check and win the queen, and then promotes the queen and wins easily. But no, it was kind of almost pre-moved. I played this, and then now there's a check here. King a2, queen takes, king takes. My opponent played this, I played this, king c3, and he offered me a draw and I accepted it. I think this is theoretical. Black can't win here. Two knights can't mate the king. It's impossible. So we drew this game. So it's a fascinatingly crazy game. I've never played such a crazy game like that before. There's so much difference in material, yeah. So two knights against queen. So sometimes it's possible to draw, but it was a hard game. It's a pity that was full of mistakes, eh? A lot of mistakes. It's a a comedy of mistakes. But yeah, that's all. Just all about this. Yeah, we make mistakes. We play nice games. We play bad games. That's life. Thank you very much. Take care. See you next time.